Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I've pulled for you today the Wheel of Fortune card as your overall theme for the full moon in Scorpio. It's occurring at about the time you're receiving this message. The Wheel of Fortune is describing a major change that is occurring in your perception of the universe. There has, in many ways, been an accumulation of positive karma that is important for you to stay aligned with what it is your principles are, what you believe in, your vision of service, your purpose again. And underneath the deck, the Knight of Swords is describing your willingness to think about looking at something or approaching something in a new way. You have not stopped being curious. You have not stopped asking questions. You're intent upon poking through the illusions, the false expectations, the limitations that you and others have been told exist and that have restricted your ability or willingness to push past those boundaries. As a result of your staying curious, staying open, looking for the reasons why, piercing through your motivation and your purpose, understanding why you do what you do. This has helped to open up the possibilities that exist for you in myriad ways that you could never have anticipated. And when we think about the changes that have and are continuing to occur in the world, conditions are open for you to take advantage of your willingness and ability to look for information, to share information in new ways. This is a general reading, Gemini, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. I just want you to be able to see all of the cards through my flowers. It's important to me. And I appreciate all the time that you spend with me here. So thank you for that. Thank you for your support. In the 10th house, the way that you identify yourself and how you're showing up in the world, you are experiencing a real profound sense of harmony within you regarding what you have earned, what you have learned, and what you're willing to share with others and how you're being seen and rewarded for that. So this is a profound sense that you have perhaps seen yourself as an underling. I won't say a victim because there is not that kind of energy here, but objectively speaking, you can have come from a very repressive environment, one in which your job, your assignment, your role was very clear, made clear to you, and you followed that path dutifully. You have complied until you realize that you actually work more productively when you have a stake in what it is you're working for. And so you've learned to articulate your desires, use your voice, not only to speak up for what it is that is important to you, what aligns with your vision and motivates you to work hard, but you're advocating for the ability of others who may not be just like you, but similarly have a variety of ways in which they gain access to information, a variety of kinds of information that that are available, and ways to learn and grow as a team together. In the first house, the Seven of Wands is describing really, again, a kind of defensiveness in this blossoming of your new attitude and role. So it's as though you have understood that simply complying with the demands and the requests of others is not adequate, is not productive, and in many ways keeps you back, blocks you from operating from your place of greatest strength. You're self accepting your unique view and vision, your unique way of putting information together, and your belief that this is can be available to everyone. And that's part of what your exercise in expressing yourself authentically is reinforcing the idea that everyone can utilize their strengths to contribute. Because you're making space to practice and to implement your vision, you are maintaining that space with strong boundaries. You are not as amenable to the desire of others that you fix things for them. You understand that that is not the best use of your time. And part of the vision of this full moon in Scorpio is the way that you are utilizing your resources, how that contributes to your well-being, your habits and routines that continue to improve your efficiency and productivity. So this focus on your own space from which to operate from your strength is part of what you're looking at during this full moon time. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your family, your foundation, the Devil card is speaking very much to your desire and ability to break free. You're no longer feeling used and manipulated by the requirements of a social structure, a particular job or organization, or even a family system. And isn't it interesting? These two oppositional energies mirror the idea of scales. In this one, there are all kinds of restrictions that feel imposed upon you, perhaps as a result of your conditioning, the influence of social pressure, and the rules and conventions of society agreements. You have believed that there was only one way to do things as you were instructed. However, you realize that this, whatever authority or figurehead that you have believed held the power, only has power as a result of you and the efforts of others like you contributing towards their desires, their success. And instead, you have absolutely and are in the throes of breaking free from this false prophet, this false illusion, this false authority, someone who arbitrarily has control over your life when actually you have better ideas. You and most others have better ideas, more equitable ways of working. And I do believe that this is not just your challenge. I believe this is a social challenge we're facing now, and we're really being called upon to put our better ideas into motion, into practice. And you are doing just that, countering powerful conventions and social structures. So this Wheel of Fortune is really giving you the benefit of perspective in which you, as a result of your experiences and your efforts to comply in good faith, you understand that there is no one who holds authority over you or others but yourself, and you're not giving permission to this anymore. In the seventh house, the Magician card is in the house of significant others and relationships. And I do believe this is very pointedly about the relationship with yourself. This can be the relationship with authority, as is evidenced in the energies that are present here. but I think you are learning to dignify your own uh, potential, your own dreams, your own better ideas as a way of refashioning all of your relationships and exchanges. And this is really willing in the inner marriage of your divine feminine and your divine masculine. This is also a card that represents your ruler Mercury. And this is beautiful energy for you being connected up directly with your creative will. So as you will creation, then that is how you understand how to use the resources at your command that are available to you to create this better idea, to implement a better idea. And you have the tools to do that. If this reading is resonating for you, Gemini, please like this video. Please share this with others, and please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. It is definitely appreciated. You know the drill. It helps me. And even if you don't do the things that I ask, your presence in these readings contributes greatly to the energy and to my ability to continue to do these. Surrender. I can release my need to control. This is a beautiful spin on this idea of authority, that it comes from within, that there is no need to control others when we're in some form of control of the relationship with ourselves. If we honor and dignify, respect our own authority, our own unique abilities, our own particular perspective as worthy, as any outer authority that we may feel has control over us, then we are in a position to surrender that control. We don't need to push against it to break it down. We simply need to gain control of our own uh, authority, our own authenticity, to understand that what it is we desire comes from within us, comes from within our experience. And in doing so, we are connecting with the collective who share our experiences in many ways, and thus allows for you to assert your own authority in the ways that you understand you and others are best served. In the first house, the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Sun card. I love this card because of the lightness, the joyfulness, the humor that very much is aligned with your sun sign, Gemini, the lightness of your experience, even your intimacy is lighter, uses symbols, uses language, uses words. It can use images to translate in a shorthand much deeper experiences of learning and growing. And certainly we know that growing, learning is not always easy, despite how much many of us love learning. It is not easy to learn something anew, and yet you are open not only to learning, to growing in new ways, but to helping others to do the same. Your energy is coming across as a light, as joy, as the privilege of being alive, the privilege to participate in an abundant world. And that's what you're communicating to others in your daily life. In the fourth house, the Devil card is clarified by the Knight of Wands. You are really focused on exerting your own passionate energy. It appears as though you have supported the success of others in the past. You have accepted your role assignment, your job, with the desire to do the best that you possibly could. The focus is on you as an individual. There's an idea here of your uniqueness that can no longer be contained by the old structures, the old demands and requests that you are more and more carefully considering in order to choose yourself, choose those things that best support you, that best value you and recognize you. In the seventh house, the house of significant others, the magician is clarified by the Page of Wands. And this is really about opening up this desire to pursue your dreams, your vision, your passion. It almost feels as though the constraints of your former work or job or even your current home life have sparked this passion in you that is uncontainable. But you're wise enough, because you are wanting to build something, to start from the beginning, to accept this passion, this who you are-ness, to build it constructively, to implement in a way that it doesn't burn everything down, but it instead motivates and inspires others as you are motivated and inspired. There may be children, there may be a mentor or mentee, there may be a relationship in which you have been inspired by some innocent, simple gesture, by some contact with something that inspired you that may have little to do on the surface with what it is you want to build. It could be a painting, it may be a book you read, it may be even a television show, a quote you've heard. But you are nevertheless inspired, and that is what is sparking this flame of creation that is irreplaceable. And the justice in the 10th house is clarified by the Five of Wands. I love this. You are part of a team. You are a collaborator. Whatever you bring, whatever you want to implement, is something that you want to do in a way that is equitable for everyone involved. You understand that it is necessary to raise the stakes of each member's participation, not in the old way where you were given a job and an annual performance review, and maybe you got a raise or maybe you didn't, but there was no stake in the game in a way that you're envisioning building something in which everyone participates and is rewarded according to their participation. This includes all members of the team, recognizing that everyone has an expertise, a strength, a gift, a talent that can be nurtured. And together, how much stronger anything, any justice, any truth, anything that you are building will be with full participation with different people, a diversity of workers, a diversity of members, all bringing their unique lens to the usefulness of something you're creating. This is a beautiful reading, Gemini. I'm going to finish with a crystal oracle, and out jumps the Dioptus. And I haven't pulled this one in a while, but the key word is love. I am love, and love is me. I don't know that I can say a lot more about this, Gemini, except I have enjoyed this reading immensely. I have been following your readings with tremendous curiosity and amazement at your humility in creating some dynamic waves that are having an impact not only in your world or your community, but in the world. So if you've enjoyed this content, check more out here. And until next time, namaste.